Welcome back, folks. Craig Stage, Superintendent of the Athens Area School District. Today, I have Garrett Rosh. Garrett, for those of you that don't know you, who are you? What do you do? And what year did you graduate?
Yeah, Garrett Rosh, proud Athens Area alum of 2002. Kind of dating myself now, but been out here in Indianapolis since 2005. Proudly married to my wife Tanya, and have two kids. Reese is 10 and Graham is 4. Currently in a role with Indianapolis Indians. Been here 12 years now, and in a business development role, primarily selling premium hospitality and corporate partnerships.
Now, the Indianapolis Indians are a AAA affiliate for the
Pittsburgh Pirates.
I know a lot of Pirates fans today, so they're pretty jealous that I was visiting with you. I'm not one of them, but I will be today.
We've seen a lot of great players come through here. Garrett Cole, Paul Skeens, Tyler Glasnow that just pitched last night in the World Series.
Yeah.
Watched them all come through here. Andrew McCutcheon. So it's a lot of fun.
It's pretty neat. Do you ever get to meet some of those guys?
A little bit, not as much as you might think. Our job's pretty demanding. Pittsburgh controls everything on that side of the line. The Indians control everything outside. So.
Yeah, you're kind of on the business side of things, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Garrett, what are some of your best memories from your time as a Wildcat?
Definitely. 2000, I was a junior. I think we went 1-9 football team. So that was a down one, right? But then Jack Young came over, took over our program. We went 9-1. The next year, beat Wyalusing at Wyalusing, 17-13 for those that don't know, and won the NTL, which was awesome.
That is awesome. I heard some rumors, because there's a lot of people that still know you in the Valley, that you might have been a one-person hype crew back in the day.
Yeah, nobody wanted to come into the jungle. Yeah. So, yeah.
You definitely had a lot of school pride.
Absolutely.
That's so much fun. When you think about all those great moments, and you were involved in a lot, whether being a part of a team or cheering on other teams, we can't forget to talk about how school, the academic piece, impacted you.
For sure.
Do you feel like your Wildcat education helped shape you who you are today and help you become successful in this environment?
Absolutely. I mean, there's a number of different teachers, Mr. Koznoski, Mr. Tubbs, Dr. Hausnick, the list goes on and on, but they definitely instilled in me a great work ethic that kind of carried me over to today. Maybe not necessarily in the sports field, but to be successful in life.
Right.
And I'd be remiss if I didn't mention Coach O, Coach Jack Young, the same deal, even though he's at Tawanda now.
Yeah, I know. Well, you can give all the shout outs because we have some great people. And you know what? It's a common theme. It's a common theme about the teachers make the experience. And you definitely mentioned, like, not just them, the coaches as well, modeled who.
Absolutely.
Right. What did you participate in? You mentioned football. Were there other sports and activities?
Football, basketball until my sophomore year. Played and got a concussion in football, so that kind of took me out a little bit. Came back, played basketball my senior year. Dabbled in track here and there, just kind of checked it out. Wasn't very good at it, so stuck to racing BMX primarily. But I was in reflections in the choir, so proud member of that.
Well, listen, folks, if you heard the intro, that is Reflections doing our alma mater. So a little shout out to
I can still sing our alma mater.
All right. We might put you to the task here before we leave.
I can do it.
That's awesome. Well, you mentioned that you were a BMX rider. And for, I don't know if you knew this or not, but recently I featured a student of ours, Xander Young.
I did see that.
He's a current BMX racer. And I recently learned that you were pretty big into the BMX scene and that you actually have a connection to the Valley BMX.
Absolutely, yeah. So I started when I was 5 years old. My dad raced professional flat track. Mom wouldn't sign the permission slip for me to race motorcycles, so we went to BMX, and he bought me a bike on my 5th birthday at Kmart. Took the training wheels off right there. Went to the track. I was over Blue Swan Airport, where it was at that time, and learned how to ride a bike that day. About a year down the road, My grandfather donated some land, and we built Valley BMX where it currently is on Williwauna Road today.
Yeah, and it doesn't take much, right, to become a BMX rider. Just
No.
a bicycle and maybe a helmet.
Absolutely.
And anybody can do it. So you progressed through that quite a ways. How far did you get in the racing scene?
So there was A Pro and AA Pro. I made it all the way to A Pro. Was on my way to being AA Pro. Got hurt pretty bad in Pittsburgh, so that kind of derailed me. That was in 05 or so, 06, and then came back and raced in the expert class and actually won a national championship after my injuries.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
From Athens.
From Athens, absolutely.
Valley BMX.
Yep.
That's amazing. I keep waiting for somebody I know in the BMX scene to say that they were inspired by Rad, but maybe that's because I'm so old.
Crew Jones. Yeah,
Crew Jones.
I played it on repeat all the time.
Yeah. Do you think that experience as a BMX racer taught you anything about being competitive or working through challenges? And what advice would you give a student or an athlete from your experiences as almost a top level pro BMX racer?
Yeah, I mean, I heard Xander say it, nobody sits the bench, and that is true. So it's really all on you. You're on the gate, you're by yourself, you're competing against others, but you're really competing against yourself as well. It's really an eye-opening sport. I was as competitive as they came, and it really gave me an outlet, and my brothers an outlet to be competitive. And my mom would say, just wear ourselves out. So.
Were you guys the Gronkowskis of BMX?
It was basically the Roshes and the Garretts in the Valley racing BMX.
That's so awesome. For those of you that are watching this, make sure you check out this video right here. That is Xander Young's video on BMX racing, and he's a pretty sweet kid, so I would check it out. So now you're in Indianapolis. You're working for the Indianapolis Indians. You've built a career around professional baseball without actually being a baseball player.
Right.
I don't think most students would even know that this would be a career path.
Right, yeah. I never played baseball growing up. I was too busy racing BMX bicycles. Tried out for the baseball team in 9th grade, and Chris Shores, Jason Turpko are throwing 90 miles an hour, and I'm like, what am I doing here? So back to BMX it was for me.
Back to BMX. Yeah. How did you discover this side of sports as a career path?
So when I moved out here, went to IU-PUI, not to be confused with IUP in Pennsylvania. Now it's IU Indianapolis, and they had a great sports management program, and kind of went down that line. I'm a sports junkie, and ended up interning with the Super Bowl host committee.
Wow.
When it was here in 2012. So I met a lot of great people in the city of Indianapolis, and then I never knew sales was a route that I wanted to go, but got my start in sales and have never left. I really love it.
That's really amazing. And for everyone watching, like students that are learning around career paths, involved with sports and not be an athlete.
Right.
And you were an athlete, just not a baseball player, right?
Exactly. It's almost better working in a sport that you didn't have an affinity for. Like I grew up watching baseball. I'm a huge Boston Red Sox fan, basically because everybody in the Valley and my family are Yankees fans. So when they started winning in the 90s, I went to the dark side, went to the Red Sox. So I did grow up a baseball fan,
right?
But not necessarily playing baseball.
Oh, that is so cool. You're right downtown Indianapolis. Like this is Victory Field, and if we'll take some shots and show you guys, but it's absolutely gorgeous. What's it like being a guy from small town USA, Athens, Pennsylvania, to living here in the big city of Indianapolis?
Yeah, it's fantastic. My dad would joke that Elmira Street's just as busy as 465 when we're talking, but it is a little bit busier, no doubt about that. But there's anything and everything that you could want. Indianapolis Colts, the Pacers, the Fever. We have minor league hockey. So you really can do just about anything sports related here. We have a great zoo, children's museum. So it really is a great place to raise your family.
And a small town guy living it up in the big city and doing pretty well.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I think one of the fears we all have is leaving home. And we were just talking about this before we went on camera. Like, you just took a leap of faith.
Yeah, I mean, really, moving out here with my girlfriend, now wife, Tanya, it was a total God moment for sure.
Yeah. So now that you live out here, are there any lessons from your time back in Athens as a Wildcat, or just living in our small town, that still guide you today as Garrett Rosh, living in Indianapolis, working for the Indians?
Yeah, I think being from Athens, hard work and a work ethic is instilled in you from a young age, working for everything that you get, and that's really transpired over from here. But also having pride in what you do, pride of our community, pride in what you're producing, and that carries me over daily.
Daily, yeah. So I did a little research. Your job is pretty complex, if I'm not mistaken. It's more than just the sport.
It is.
Right? It's a lot about building relationships, working with people, and building community. What do you love the most about your job?
The relationships. So some of my clients, I've been here since 2013, working with some of the same clients year over year, and getting to know their families, watching their families grow up here at the ballpark. But it's such a family-run organization, family-friendly. Watching my kids grow up at the ballpark is awesome.
I bet.
And they love it. Our mascot, Rowdy, he's a big red bear. Both my kids basically think they own him whenever they see him. But it's the people, right? It's the relationships that you build, not only with clients that become your friends, but also the workers, the game day workers on staff. We look forward to seeing them each and every year, and it's sad when September comes around and you're not going to see them again until March or April. Yeah,
that is tough. Well, Garrett, if you were going to some piece of advice, I always like to let people I interview give a piece of advice. So if you're going to talk to our current students, what advice would you give them, maybe about a career pathway or about their experience now as a high school student in Athens?
Get involved in as much as you can. Talk to your guidance counselors. Talk to professionals in the field. College, anything that you do after school is a huge choice, huge decision for you. So speak to the experts. When I go and talk to university students, I always say, your professors are the experts in the field. When you do make that decision to go to college, make sure that you're making worthwhile connections. They know all the experts in the field, so don't hesitate to go ahead and do that. So, if you're wanting to go into sports, just give an example of Indianapolis. If I call up the Pacers and ask them to shadow them for a day, they're going to say, heck no, that's not going to happen, right? From me, because we're competitors, really.
Right.
But if a college student calls up somebody at the Pacers and wants to shadow them for a day, or calls up the Indianapolis Indians and wants to shadow us for a day, absolutely, we're going to do that with open arms.
Right.
And you really want to see what niche you want to get into. So just in sports, I'm in sales, but there's marketing, there's community relations, there's field turf management, business operations. So we really touch everything here. Data analytics. So.
Yeah, we're actually seeing that right now. They're putting a new infield turf in.
New turf, yeah.
Yeah, they're working on that today. There's a lot that can be done, right? A lot of service jobs around the game and the business.
Yep.
So, Garrett, I got a picture here I want to show you. What would you tell that version of yourself about what's ahead?
That's a senior picture of me for those of you that don't know.
Class of 02.
Class of 02.
Good picture.
Right? Yeah, a lot of wisdom I'd like to give my former self.
Yeah.
So that's a long time ago.
Yeah, it sure is. When people ask where you're from, what do you tell them about the community in Athens and being a Wildcat?
Tell them it's a tight-knit community. It was a great place to grow up, great place to raise a family. It's people looking out for each other, and met all my best friends there.
Yeah, and you're still in touch with a lot of them.
Absolutely.
They have a lot of stories to tell. We won't talk about those.
Yeah, we don't need to go there.
Well, Garrett, it is remarkable to spend some time with a Wildcat who's come from a small town and a public education like we have, and come out here into the big city of Indianapolis and really have done well for yourself.
Oh,
and
thank you.
what I always want to say is we're incredibly proud of you in our back home. And I hope you know that once you're a Wildcat, you're always a Wildcat.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for your time. Appreciate you.
Thank you. Hey, I do have the alma mater. Where the waters mingling softly cast their silvery chains round our peaceful little Athens alma mater reigns. Sing her praise in swelling chorus, raise her to the sky. Hail to thee, our alma mater. Hail, dear Athens high!
I love it. And as always, folks, go Wildcats.